Welcome to a new episode of the podcast Practical Friendship. My name is Christian, and today I want to talk to you about hospitality and communion. A famous saying is, your good friends don't care whether your house is clean or tidy. They care if you have wine. Eating or drinking together is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to bond with someone. Communion describes this act of eating together. Hospitality means that one of the parties provided the food for the purposes of eating together, for hosting the other person. In this episode, I'll skip over the many literary references in the Iliad, in the Bible, in Western literature, in fantasy lore, and movies of how friends bond over a meal or affirm their friendships over a couple of beers. It is, however, a really rich topic worth exploring. Looking at the great fast friending experience that couchsurfing provided, settling down for a meal was definitely the great way to start the evening's conversation. Being a good cook, as validated by the profile references, was definitely a great asset both on the guest and the host side. When it comes to entertaining friends over dinner, perfect usually is the enemy of the good. Now don't get me wrong, being treated to a Michelin star style dinner, your friends obviously will not complain. But what your friends primarily come over for is the time with you, and they don't want you exhausted from preparing such an opulent dinner. A great way to organizing such evenings is then having your friends come over to help with the cooking. There's the old saying, I love cooking with wine, and sometimes I even put a little bit into the pot. Thinking about my parents' dinner with friends, they usually had 3 people sitting in the kitchen helping in cutting up the onions and the potatoes, while the other 3 were out in the lounge, out of the way of the working population. Sitting down for dinner is also a mental rite. Even if your mind until that moment was still worrying about a task at work or the fight with a boyfriend, at the moment you sit down for dinner, you can properly let go, relax, and just enjoy the conversation with your friends. One of the best hospitality habits to pick up is the open house day. For such an open house day, you need to pick a scalable dish. One such dish is spaghetti bolognese. The sauce can be prepared in a big pot, and the leftovers can be just easily frozen. However, if new people arrive and new hungry mouths need to be fed, new pasta is just 10 minutes away. Thus, for such an open house invitation, any friends and their family can just swing by. This joyous and merry mixing will, after a few consistent repeats, surely make it into the social calendars of your friends. And so as takeaway or food for thought. First, try small. See whether you can prepare a dinner for 2 friends who just come over, and see how much time it takes to prepare this. Then go a little bigger. Invite 4 to 6 friends, and see how the dynamic changes, and also how the preparation changes. And once you have figured that one out, then you can go for establishing a proper monthly habit. For this fixture, you can obviously alternate between movie night, cooking night, discussion night or games night. But what matters is that you keep it consistent on a specific day in the month so that it becomes a fixture in the calendars of your friends. And remember, keep it easy. Best friends don't care how tidy or clean your apartment is. They care whether you have wine on the table. If you like this content, feel free to hit the subscribe button. More importantly, however, head over to the website www.practicalfriendship.com. There you can download the I Pledge to Myself form with 20 more ideas on how to improve your friendships. Moreover, you can download the full book, Practical Friendship, with 350 pages full of stuff and read it for free.